with this.
I mean, just bond with your son. Take off your helmet. Let down your guard. Open your heart.
It's true. Yeah, I agree.
I think it should just be more like Kevin Arnold and his dad. He's just always grumpy.
That's fair. I mean, I also just selfishly am like, let's see more Pedro Pascal. Show me more of him. He's pretty.
I know. Well, we're gonna see a lot of him in Last of Us.
That's very true.
Dante Sorecchia says,
Where'd you
"Hey,
premiere
crew,
today?
Don't sleep on these shows. The English and Welcome to Chippendales." So Emily Blunt is in The English. It's a Western. Everybody's been telling me the show's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard great things.
License switch.
The Chippendales, Welcome to Chippendales is about the origin of Chippendales.
Yeah.
The Chippendales dancers, and it stars Camille Nanjiani.
My friend's mom was in town, and she was really mad that all the episodes weren't dropped. Where she was like, I want to binge this right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I want to watch it. The show looks great. A special mention to the YouTube channel Girlfriend Reviews. Hilarious video game reviews. The latest is from God of War Ragnarok.
Ooh, I'll have to check them out.
I'll
I
watch
love
that.
video game
Girlfriend
channels.
Reviews. That's great.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
Cool. Thanks, Dante. Thanks for putting that on our
As long as I'm
radar.
not the one being reviewed. Sam Fisher says, where's the over and under for all the Guardians die again?
Again, when did I put first though?
That's an interesting concept.
I mean, we do know this is the last iteration of these Guardians. So what if it's a fire sale? Everyone must go.
I can't in the middle. We are in the multiverse saga. And I'm sus. I'm a little sus about everything that happens in all of this saga.
That's true.
Because it's all leading up to Secret Wars, and all of these people need to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll all die too.
There definitely will be casualties. And what a move if James Gunn was like, and I kill all the Guardians, and now I'm at DC.
Right.
I don't think he would, though.
Gunn has left the building.
Yeah, I think
they'd have time to prep for that, looking at the scripts and all that.
And also, this script was like written before he was fired. So this is something he's been leading to this. This is not some. I expect this is probably very well thought out. I expect this movie to be incredibly satisfying from a storytelling point of view. That is going to wrap up things that have been in the narratives of the first two movies. I could see it leading to that and being very, very satisfying. It looks to me like, even if it was outside the MCU, I think the Guardians trilogy might shape up to be one of Marvel's best.
I think so. Well, and in an interview recently, too, Gunn was talking about how the Christmas special just kind of flowed out of him, right? He wrote that in a couple hours.
Right.
Whereas the third film was really just kind of excruciating for him. And I think it's going to have a lot of heartstrings moments that, he's saying goodbye to characters that really he helped flesh out. And I think it's going to be very interesting regardless of how many characters we see.
I think so too. It's going to be a great movie nonetheless. CJ Rebirth says, I got
two bounce.
Because that clip you shared on Instagram yesterday, Chris, had me dying. It's Bobby Pins, not Bobby's pins. Not in my house, it wasn't.
Yeah, those were yours.
Those are my pins.
So many of the conversations on New Girl are literal conversations that my husband and I have had, where he very much is Nick Miller and I very much am Jessica Day. And that clip is when they're trying to clean up. He's like, "Why you got a box of Bobby's pins?" And that's a thing that my husband has said with his own human mouth.
Dude, what the fuck?
You're cute.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of
Nope.
Mobile, with a holiday offer.
JT Hiskey says, favorite voice actors? Mine are Peter Cullen and Kat Cressida? Cressida.
I love Steve Bloom. I think he's wonderful. Who's the voice of Spike Spiegel on Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
The dub? Yeah. He's one of the people who made me go, oh, this is a job. Him and Jim Cummings. Jim Cummings is one of the few people who I freaked out and I couldn't go talk to when I saw him at Hugo's.
Mo Blanc.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
He's king.
He's king. I grew up with him. I love Mo Blanc. And maybe Jim Henson.
Oh, Jim did great voices. He was wonderful.
And Frank Oz.
What do you think of Eric Bauza's work taking over from Mal?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good, but you can still. The thing is, no one sounds exactly like these guys.
Well, it's like when we get a new Kermit, we're like, that's not Jim.
Right.
Yeah. It's fair. Sound-aliking is hard. That's why when you're trying to be a sound-alike, you got to practice things that aren't their actual catchphrases.
Right.
You got to be like, oh, I'm trying to be Kermit. Let me practice Samuel Jackson's monologues from Pulp Fiction. If you can do that, then it's not a party trick. You're a sound-alike.
Say what? One more time.
You know,
Jonathan.
Seth MacFarlane's a pretty good voice actor, too.
Oh, he's great. I got to see Family Guy live in Chicago a few years ago with my brother, and it was so fun just watching them all on stage do it, but also just how he contorts his whole face and body for the different characters.
He can do it.
Oh,
He's a great Kermit.
Yeah.
And he does like what a lot of people will call a slide, where he just goes in and out of characters,
Yep.
which is so cool to watch.
Yep.
Usually you do everything just like your lines one by one as the character. He just
I love when he's
through.
on Graham Norton and they make him do voices.
Oh, yeah.
Can I tell you guys a quick Family Guy story?
Yeah.
So, many moons ago, I used to work at King Ferry in Pasadena. It's gone now. Rest in peace. Just like Scoochie's and just like the Red Door.
Oh.
I know, too soon. And Alex Borstein, who voices Lois on Family Guy, used to come in, I would say maybe like once a week. And she would bring, I think it was her kids. She was so sweet. And I was trying not to be a big fan, but like, you know, I was like, oh, I just love her as Lois. And she was super sweet. My last week there, she came in, and like she and I became like really friendly with each other when she would come in. And I was like, okay, so this is my last week here. Can I just ask, can you just place your order in Lois's voice? And she did, and I was dying the wait, and all the toppings,
that's so cool.
and the strawberries and the blue, like she did it all in Lois's voice, and I died. So I'll love her forever for that.
that's so cool.
Awesome.
That's a great story.
Oh, that's so cool. I love her.
What the fuck are this shit, dude?
Ja'Cory Robertson says, I want to thank you, Rob. A while back, you recommended a Netflix show, Travelers. It was amazing, and the final season broke me. Okay. Travelers, it was a Canadian science fiction show that Eric McCormack, who stars in my movie Free Enterprise, is in. Really interesting time travel show. And of course, Netflix picks it up, brings it over to Netflix, and they end it after its third season. Which bummed me out because I thought, like you, the third season was really good. It was a fascinating show, and I'm like, why you gotta end this? Why you gotta do it? I mean, of course, again, it started out as a Canadian co-production, and it just didn't catch on, but I thought it was really fascinating. It's a good show.
I never even heard of this
It
show.
does have a good ending. If it's not gonna go anywhere else, and it didn't, at least it had a good ending.
Is Eric Mason?
Eric was delightful.
Good.
What?
He he was the first person we cast.
Oh,
He was the
I
first person. I'll tell you a funny story about Eric McCormack is that, so we were making Free Enterprise, we cast back. It's hard to cast a movie.
Beautiful,
big ensemble
beautiful.
movie. But we saw him because our office was on the second floor, and we saw him pacing back and forth in the parking lot before he came into audition, doing his lines. Because you don't get to see that. You don't. When you're going to see an actor, and I'll tell you something. This was my experience. Because normally, for you filmmakers out there, when an actor comes in and you're delighted by what they do, don't get overly enthusiastic in the room. I did with Eric, and I'm like, you're hired. I just said right there, you're cast. I mean, there wasn't, and my casting director, the late, great Linda Francis,
It's just like,
cast swingers, the casting director was like, because you can't do that.
Yep.
You know, don't just say, you know, you'll be hearing from us.
Which is so excruciating, so you have to just set it and forget it every time you audition because you get nothing. You get
Right.
nothing from that room. Usually just, okay, great.
He walked, I've never seen, because, you know, whenever you write something and you hear, the thing about, this is an aside, but since you asked the question, what a writer or director wants more than anything is if an actor comes in and takes something with the lines of dialogue and does something unexpected, even if it's just an inflection, something that elevates the lines from simply being on a page.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to do something crazy, but just embody and have those lines the way you couldn't believe it could happen. And it happened to me, and I was like, oh my god, it was incredible.
I love that. Well, especially since it was such a passion project.
Oh,
It was I love him, and he was so prepared, and he's an amazing actor.
Well, he's looked sharp, hasn't he? Yes, he scored a good goal, but his general play has been excellent.
Oh,
Get it on physical media.
It's totally out of print.
You can't?
No, and I'm trying to hope in 2023 to get it out.
Oh, okay. I hope so.
Well, this is the home of live football.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading. Raymond Verrata says, R.I.P. Clarence Gilliard, Sundown of Top Gun, and Theo of Die Hard, reuniting in the Nakatomi of the Sky with Alan Rickman and Alexander Goodenough, just toasting quarterbacks and shooting the glass. You know, he did
That was close.
and by all accounts, he became a teacher, and he was supposedly a wonderful.
The fans think that should have been a penalty, but I'm not convinced.
Yeah. Passed away, but I mean, he was so good in Die Hard.
He's great in Die Hard.
He's so good.
That movie's
The
fantastic.
quarterback is toast.
Yeah, you watch it this season.
Yeah, watch that. He was great. And no one rocked a sweater the way he did.
Oh, hell yeah.
Rocked a sweater. Mr. Hank Dunn says, Mike Flanagan is my top director choice for Man of Steel 2.
Mike Flanagan is?
That's interesting. I mean, I thought he did a really good job with Dr. Sleep. That's an out of the box thought. I could see Warner Brothers even doing that.
They do pass the ball.
And you know what?
Authority.
He's somebody that James Gunn would enjoy. I think.
That's
in terms
true.
of an idea. I could see that happening.
I guess just because he's so steeped in horror, my brain immediately just goes to the more dark justice kind of stuff.
Right, but for a character,
But-
I mean, if you could do more stuff as a character piece, I think.
For sure, yeah. Because obviously he gets amazing performances out of it. I hear about how wonderful and like highbrow these horror things are.
Yeah. No, that's an interesting choice.
Vision coverage that works for you starts with a click. Click to find coverage fast. Click to find friends in your area. And discover perks. Let us help you be the best that you
Well, who was that then?
Learn more today.
Oh, tearing it up there.
It's always been inside me to make things. So
Ooh.
business can be a little tricky.
We took a leap of faith, quit our jobs. The puppet started to take over a little bit, and we said, "Hey, let's do this." We did everything we needed to do to become an LLC.
What the fuck's this?
I think that's when it hit home.
Al Renshaw says, if Indy 5 delivers a huge adventure and hits the nostalgia notes, could it have the similar success to Top Gun Maverick? Maybe at least $1 billion?
I mean, anything's possible if you believe.
That's right. No, look, we live in a world where who would have thought Top Gun Maverick would have made $1.5 billion? But it was so good. The movie was so good. I mean, come on now.
You know this, where I'm like, yeah, it's a good movie. I just am not an evangelist like all the rest
It's
of
so
them.
good that it's out on. I own the 4K Blu-ray, and it's in theaters this
I know
weekend.
you do.
And I
think
might
it's
just
a
see it
great
again.
movie, but I don't have the nostalgia for it that everyone else did.
Right. Well, yes. But to answer his question, if the movie's good, if it's a really good movie, if it's as satisfying as Top Gun Maverick, from a filmmaking, and I think James Mangold could deliver that.
For sure.
It could make $1 billion.
Absolutely.
You know,
The
why not?
sky's the limit.
I mean, they spent a lot of time crafting this movie, so I think it could. A Sith Loud says, having Rob rap yesterday really made my day. You're the only one. I love you guys. I tune in every day. Thank you guys for the good vibes. I'm so excited for more Star Wars. Well, that's very nice of you to say. I'm just hoping that people look up.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I can only hope.
Because
Beautiful.
that is a little too short. You know, back in from my day, 30 years ago, hip hop. You know?
Just rap a little bit for us.
No. No. Can't do that. I can't do it now. Like, I'm self-conscious like you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Chewy.
Wow, it is X-rated.
It's true.
Wow.
Kurt says, Chris, did you know that the streamer QVC Plus, yes, the shopping channel, has put out their own holiday movie called Holly and the Hot Chocolate?
I did not know that, Kurt, but I'm going to find it. I'm going to do it. My Nona, R.I.P. Nana, little Angie, got banned from QVC.
What?
Yes. Because she would buy things when she was tired at night and always return them. So she'd just like buy things, return, to the point of finally QVC as a whole was like, ma'am,
Just 10 minutes
no,
to go.
you're done.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. She was a shopper.
Wow.
And a returner.
And a returner.
I saw a trailer for what looks to be the Norwegian Love Actually this morning.
What a segue.
I know, right?
watch
It's a Christmas movie about a bunch of people stuck at the airport.
So it's The Terminal meets Love Actually.
And it had, that's what I was going to say, Ray. I thought it's got Ray Aura written all over. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like very much, it's a whole ensemble cast, and their stories intertwined, all stuck at the airport on the snow.
What have I heard of?
Die Hard 2 without the Die Hard. I'm not trying to, I don't remember what
We're
it's called.
yes-anding The Terminal.
It's on Netflix. I saw the trailer this morning.
I'm super excited to find it.
I don't know what it's called. Tell us in the chat.
Yeah, if you know what it is, then let you know. Ooh, hot take in the chat. Chris not liking Maverick tells you everything about her taste. Did I say I don't like it? I said that it's fine. Oh, I love how polarizing y'all are.
If you don't like one thing, it means the whole thing about all of you, all the facets of your whole onion layers and everything are awful.
Human beings contain multitudes. Go touch grass.
Come on.
Dante Sorecchia says Quill, Rocket, and Drax are toast.
No, Dante. Dante, where would you put that juju
Like
on my
cinnamon
babies?
toast? Maybe just cinnamon toast, and they're just going to have some.
Oh, I hope that's the case. I hope they're not Dunzo. That would make me so sad.
Oh!
So there it is, the final whistle.
I'm gonna keep rooting for them to survive.
A point apiece.
I
How
hope
about
they
this
do.
draw from the Milan point of view?
Oh,
Well, Derek, a draw is a fair result.
Look at the goat. Look at the goat. I'm playing no more, but he's still goat.
Disappointing when you consider the quality of their squad.
I'm not upset. Were you not together very long? 2 years.
And he takes it on.
Suthius
Himself up the ball.
Well, they won't
says
get-
Ant-Man Legacy trailer. What? Is Scott not going to make it? I don't think we'll be able to handle losing him and Rocket within months of each other.
What? Oh, Ray and I are gonna leave.
Wait, I don't
Really?
think
You're
that's what
really
that
going
means.
with that, huh?
Time.
I
Really
think
going with Rocket dying, huh?
I think the legacy is just like the story so far because it was showing like all of the
Yeah.
events that
Yeah.
had led up to this movie. So I don't think it's legacy is in like rest in
Although
peace.
it is Kang,
Yeah.
and I can
Were
see.
you
I don't think
disappointed
Ant-Man's
you
going to
wanted to come
die,
back?
but I think Ant-Man might not come back out of the
Well,
quantum.
then I'm heading to Marvel Studios with Chris and Ray.
I'm actually gonna let you guys watch Guardians first, opening
And then
night.
just be
and
like-
you guys come back and tell me
Who's
if
dead?
he's gone or not. And if he is, I'm just not gonna watch.
Oh dang. Okay.
I'll just leave it at Guardians too,
We
just
can do
like I
that.
did with Breaking Bad. You know, I never finished Breaking Bad. I binged
That doesn't
all of
surprise
it.
me.
No, I binged all of it in one.
Because you love Walter White
overnight,
so much.
all the way up to season 5 until.
Just let him make his meth in peace.
Right. When they pull up with the nice cars, when they bought the cars, I left it right there because I said everything's going downhill right now.
Okay, I'm going to admit
Well, it was
something.
going to go downhill. Well, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. that
No,
hasn't seen it
because
9 years
Hank
ago.
was on the toilet,
Thank you. That's
and
all
then
the
he saw the
questions we have
book.
for you.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I stopped at
That's where
too.
I stopped it. I said
It
no.
did go downhill after that.
Yeah.
when he
I have
was
to
on
tell
toilet.
you, there's a series of books by an author named Andrew Vaux about a character named Burke. He wrote like 20 Burke novels. The last novel is called Another Life. I have not read it. I read all the Burke novels. I have every one. I have every hardcover, first edition hardcover. I have Another Life. I can't read it because I know that character dies. I will not read the book. I just can't do it.
See, Rob?
I can't do it. And I every time I told the author, I told Andrew Vaux himself on Twitter. I said, bro, I can't do it. And he actually said, because I bought the book, so he was cool with that. I bought it, but he was like, I understand. I can't.
I'll
Only
read it
time I
to
ever
you,
did that,
Rob.
I can't read a book. A fictional character that doesn't exist dies.
This is
That-
like therapy right now.
Yeah.
By the way, those books, they tried to make Bluebell into a movie. There's a series. Come on, man. If you're doing Andrew Connolly and you're doing you got to do the Andrew Burke or the Andrew Vaux Burke novels. Some streaming
Somebody.
show. Come on, get on this. I want to see Flood. I want to see Strega. I want to see Bluebell.
But
Get on
not
it.
that last one.
Well, they'll never get that
Okay.
far. But make that happen. Come on, if you got Reacher, you can do Burke.
Yeah.
People are like, Rob, what are you even talking about?
They tuned out. They went to get their coffee.
Just Andrew Vaux. It's VACHSS. Just get it. The Swifties says, Ray, my brother in arms. It's sad to say, but I don't think that poor little rabbit is not long for this world.
Man, we
Rabbit.
can't win with the last 3 in a row.
Why? Why do you want to hurt this man?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Last 3 in a row.
He's just a sweet boy doing his job.
You know
and
what?
you choose violence.
Just for all this, I'm gonna buy my first hot toy,
Be
and
Rocket?
it's gonna be Rocket Raccoon.
There's a couple of good rockets.
There are.
Which one's the best one?
The one with the biggest gun.
Yeah, I know. That's the one I want.
Get it.
Is that the one?
Isn't it on sale?
Is that the recent
Yeah,
one?
I think it's Guardians 2.
He sold out. There's a wait list on it.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone picked him up from their sideshow points.
Yeah.
Because he was so cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what you could do? You get the Winter Soldier, and you get Rocket, and you pose him like in Infinity War where they're like shooting outstretched.
Can
Or
I
you just
borrow
take off
Rocket?
Bucky's arm.
No. No.
Ray's just like, he's just inching the
Well,
leg.
thanks, Derek, as always.
What's next?
Slowly but surely.
Two good teams, great
Jai
fans,
CSC says,
and a vibrant
one for everyone to
atmosphere.
answer.
Has all the
Who are your
ingredients for a
celebrity
really exciting
crushes
game.
in your early teen years? Or a less embarrassing question, favorite kitchen appliance?
What if it's both?
What if your first celebrity
Like our
crush
favorite
was just a
kitchen appliance
KitchenAid?
in our teens? Or just in general?
Oh, well, my first, as a little kid, I thought Peter Parker from the animated Spider-Man was dreamy as heck. And then it was Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. Where I was like, oh, scientists. And then that kind of determined my type for the rest of my life.
Well,
Mine was
oh, go ahead.
Jesse Spano.
Oh, that's
It's
a good
because I was watching
Who's
Saved
that?
by the Bell
I'm
after
so
school
excited.
so much
Okay.
that I had a dream that we were
Elizabeth
dating, and then when I woke up, I thought we were dating.
Oh,
And I started crying when I found out it wasn't true. No,
Sorry, right?
I actually just broke up with my boyfriend this morning.
What would this fucking shit?
No, it's not.
Okay.
And my favorite appliance is every appliance that I own.
My first celebrity crush was Nichelle Nichols on the original Star Trek. I thought she was the most beautiful creature in the universe. Clearly, she clearly was. But then I have to say, to be honest, she then got replaced by both Jenny Agutter and Farrah Fawcett Majors when I saw Logan's Run on the big screen.
Two Logan's Run references.
Just saying. But Nichelle Nichols, my first real crush.
what's your favorite kitchen appliance?
Did you not see Rakitic coming?
Appliance, is a blender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can make margaritas and milkshakes, or both at the
Or
same
both.
time.
Yeah, you can make a bougie milkshake.
Yeah. Give me a kitchen appliance. Give me a good blender. Very satisfying. Peter Cunnington says March 1st is my birthday, so Mandalorian will be a great present.
Oh, well, you're gonna have an awesome birthday, Peter. Yay. I love it when that works out. Happy early birthday.
Super crazy movie geek wants to know what the worst Star Trek movie ever made. What is the worst Star Trek movie ever made and why? How much time you got?
For the why, we're gonna like briefly.
Yes, John wouldn't even let me answer this question.
We don't have
Well, no,
time.
actually, we could go to the Robert Meyer Burnett classroom right
Yeah.
now. Go ahead, get that.
I wish there was a separate camera, like just off to the side for him to turn to.
I'll just give it to you in a nutshell. A movie that I hate. It's one of the movies I hate more than almost any movie ever made. Almost is Star Trek 09. J.J. Abrams' first Star Trek movie. I know everyone out there's going, I love that, but I like the lens flares. That film is such a betrayal of everything that Star Trek is, and I can sit there, I can pontificate about this for hours. But in a nutshell, I'll tell you this. It shows a fundamental lack of understanding of not only what Star Trek is, but it also wants to turn Star Trek into something that it is not. Star Trek is an allegorical science fiction action adventure show that it is inherently about what does it mean to be human through a lens of science fiction, fantasy, and action adventure, and how does that reflect back on us, the viewers, and make us say better people. It doesn't tell you what you should think. It tells you what you should think about. Star Trek 09 is not that, and I'm going to leave it there.
Ooh.
Otherwise, great movie.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's a great movie. They're all wrong. Just saying.
It's all subjective, except for that.
I mean, okay, here's another example. Really quickly. So here you hire Anton Yelchin, right? He's an actual Russian-speaking actor. He speaks at rest in peace. In the movie, they make the ship's computer they saddle him with a ridiculous Russian accent because of Walter Koenig in the original series. He has it's funny, his Russian accent's not good, but in the original series, the joke with Chekhov was he said all great things came from Russia. But because we look at his accent as being ridiculous, they saddled Anton Yelchin with the ridiculous Russian accent so they could have a joke where the computer, the ship's computer, that knows all the dialects of all kinds of aliens, does not understand what Anton Yelchin is saying. And that joke broke the fourth wall in the movie, and everyone laughs at it, but it denigrates his character. Because it's making fun of him when really the joke is supposed to be he thought everything great comes from Russia. Not that he has a ridiculous Russian accent. You make him a great character. You don't make him the butt of a joke. And they did.
Can I just tell you guys that the first time I met Rob, this was like maybe a month before I started working here, I was like, hello, my name's Taylor, nice to meet you. And that was his response to me.
So yeah, it's funny, same thing.
Well, Taylor, you know.
He actually texts me that every night.
Jonathan Schultz says, I can't wait for the Guardians people. It doesn't tell you what you should think. It tells you what you should think about. Star Trek 09 is not that. And I'm going to leave it there.
I gotta hear you. What?
Yeah, everyone thinks it's a great movie, and they're all wrong. Just saying.
It's all subjective, except for that.
I mean, okay, here's another example. Really quickly. So here you hire Anton Yelchin, right? He's an actual Russian-speaking actor.
Yes.
He speaks at rest in peace. In the movie, they make the ship's computer they saddle him with a ridiculous Russian accent because of Walter Koenig in the original series. He has it's funny, his Russian accent's not good, but in the original series, the joke with Chekhov was he said all great things came from Russia. But because we look at his accent as being ridiculous, they saddled Anton Yelchin with the ridiculous Russian accent so they could have a joke where the ship's computer that knows all the dialects of all kinds of aliens, does not understand what Anton Yelchin is saying. And that joke broke the fourth wall in the movie, and everyone laughs at it, but it denigrates his character because it's making fun of him when really the joke was supposed to be he thought everything great comes from Russia. Not that he has a ridiculous Russian accent. You make him a great character. You don't make him the butt of a joke. And they did.
Can I just tell you guys that the first time I met Rob, this was like maybe a month before I started working here, I was like, hello, my name's Taylor, nice to meet you. And that was his response to me.
So yeah, it's funny, same thing.
Well, Taylor, you know.
He actually texts me that every night.
Jonathan Schultz says, I can't wait for the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think Super Crazy Movie Geek just did that to trigger me.
Probably.
Jonathan Schultz said, I can't wait for the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 soundtrack. Peter has a Zune now, which is hilarious, laugh out loud. I need my 90s and 2000s alt rock.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what kind of music he gets into on the Zune.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
Yeah, and the Zune HD, baby.
The Zune HD, baby.
Now that now that they can go back to Earth at will, somebody's got.
Oh wait, what the fuck?
When's he gonna get his Spotify account?
I'm so excited for Kevin Bacon to keep gifting him CDs.
We learned in the Christmas special that you can get signals from 400 million light years away, so they theoretically can hook up to the internet. Why not?
He and Kevin Bacon are going to be FaceTiming.
I can't wait.
Unless I have Spectrum, then it'll probably go out.
Then it will, yeah.
Yeah, every day at a specific time.
Kurt says, I watched the trailer for Holly and the Hot Chocolate, and it looks just as good bad as the Hallmark Channel movies. Apparently, in true QVC fashion, you can buy the hot chocolate from the movie.
Ronaldinho.
Okay.
I'll get right on.
You've piqued my interest, Kurt.
Wow.
I can buy something and then watch it in the film. Ooh! Actually, that's like, I feel like that's the next weekend Taylor and I are going to spend together. It's like, we got our hot chocolate, and now we're going to watch Holly.
Wow.
Want to join the six-figure club? Google and other tech companies are hiring.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Alex sends in a super chat and says, regarding sour candy, I completely agree. Flew out from Detroit to see Gaga for the 8th time at Dodger Stadium this year. And as a 90s kid, I can't wait to see Gaga kill it as Harley.
I saw it.
I can't wait to see Gaga kill it as Harley either. What?
I'm not super
It's like Maverick's
excited.
fine.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not like super stoked about this sequel. I think it sounds like a potentially interesting concept that I am very concerned about how it's going to be executed in a way that's
Super stoked on Gaga, though, right?
Oh, I love Gaga.
Okay, good.
I love Gaga.
Okay, we're
I
good.
think she's wonderful. I mean, the Joker sequel is the one that I'm just. I mean, I think this sounds like a fun concept if done well, but also it feels really fun about a movie that is very focused on mental illness. I just hope it's executed in a way that is done, beautifully cinematography-wise. I hope it's a great story. I hope it's great acting, and I hope that it also is, respectful when it needs to be.
Well, okay.
All right.
All right. I can see that. That's a good point. I still think it's going to kick ass.
Well, that's great. I'm excited for you.
Sadhu says, I've seen Hill House and Midnight Mass 3 times each. They're phenomenal. If his series on Amazon's if his series are on Amazon Weekly, it'll be water cooler TV. Chris, you look like Marion Ravenwood from Indy.
Oh, that's nice. I'll take it. That's a very nice compliment. Thank you.
Very nice. Yeah.
Do you concur?
I concur.
Okay.
I like Marion Ravenwood. Jermaine King says,
Oh my God.
anything better than ending the week with the BBC crew. Love you all. And now we, of course, have Batman Beyond over. Well, there he is. Right there he is. Right there. There's my Batman Beyond.
He's beautiful.
And we're all getting matching Batman Beyond tramp stamps after the show.
It's true.
You guys haven't gotten yours yet?
I was only joking about that idea. I didn't know you guys did it.
Shit, y'all.
Mine says I'd hit that.
Disappointing end to the move.
Al Renshaw sends in Al Renshaw says, can't wait for Mando season 3 as Andor and Boba disappointed. What?
Andor disappointed you, Bo?
Andor was real good. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
My God.
It's wild to me. I mean,
Boba and Obi-Wan, but
yeah.
But hey,
If it didn't do it for you, that's fine. But interesting, especially because I feel like those were executed in very different ways.
They were.
Hopefully Mando's better for you.
James Saunders said, Batman Beyond team unite. While John's away, do you think Amazon's buying of the DC animated stuff moves the needle for new Batman Beyond material? Look, I could definitely see the Batman Beyond series coming out.
Are you kidding me?
What happened, but I could see that. Also, I think does exist for Batman Beyond.
I super do.
I do. I mean, beyond an animated.
I have the right wing, right?
I think it's ripe for live action. I think
I
it'd
do
be really,
too.
really rad. It's Blade Runner with Batman.
Yeah, and plus that new comic series is incredible.
It's so good.
It's so good. That's what they should adapt. So, well, hopefully they will.
I agree.
And if they can just nick one, they're right back in this.
Frank Saunders says, have you noticed the Guardians logo color reflects who died in each volume?
What? Frank, what? Okay, I'm going to have to check that out.
Wow.
On the ball, Zaniolo.
yeah, I'm kind of looking. I'm not quite sure what he means. Like the color of the title itself.
Yeah, like the logo.
Maybe with the.
I don't know. Have to look into that.
I'd have to look at 2 and 1.
That's an interesting theory. Have to look into that, Frank. We'll have to get back to you on that.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
CJ Rebirth says Groot's voice in the trailer gave me chills because it sounds now exactly like how the first Groot sounded back in Guardians 1.
Hear me!
Yeah, it was all good until the final effort. It just shows how devastating they can be on the breakthrough.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
He's on grown up.
He's all grows up. He's all grows up now.
He's got to get taller though. So right now he looks like a little stout, but
he's
he was
way
way
small. Yeah, but
he was way taller in the
Swole
first
Groot.
one.
Yeah, he's stocky Groot.
Yeah. Maurice Seifring says,
dude, this is pissing me off.
Adam Warlock will lead a reconstituted Guardians going forward. Thanks, that's a great idea. It's again, it depends how Adam Warlock is treated in the series, but I could in the movie. But I could see that.
That could happen. Well, and because the Guardians have been different.
Come on, he can be that good of a goalkeeper.
Right. Things too. All kinds of stuff. Cosmo could be featured more prominently.
Yeah.
So anyone could be part of the Guardians, and Adam Warlock could make a lot of sense, especially given how powerful he is.
Yep, I could definitely see that. And maybe that's the way James.
Of course, that's.
Leaves it. He leaves. James has left the building, but here's a new team. Could see that. Latino Boy says, so I'm not a film director, but picture this. Older Lara Croft, Nathan Drake, and Indiana Jones all fighting a race against time to find a multiversal artifact that can save one of their universes.
I'd play the shit out of that game.
It sounds, first of all, you've got Lara Croft is Paramount, or I don't know what the new one was. Nathan Drake is Sony, and Indiana Jones is Lucasfilm Disney. So I would see that more as an IDW comic than I would as a movie. Because the rights would be. But, if it's well written, why not?
Could be fun.
Could be fun. I like it. Suthia says, the way Rocket says Pete in the trailer, right there it tells you everything about where they are in their relationship as a close-knit family. I love that he said Pete. Because he always says Quill.
Exactly.
Pete. It's like when Spock would say Jim. Be like, oh, this is serious.
Really leveling with him.
Don't you go.
Please don't.
Jim.
Options in the middle.
Can't help you.
Jim. Sorry, says
Nerd on Film says, I'll give Indy a shot, but there was an awful lot of bad CGI head replacement on a much younger stunt double. Thanks for the great show, crew. Well,
yeah, that was kind of that looks a little funky.
Yeah, I mean,
what's going on there.
We're gonna have to wait and see. And as we know, the movie's, it's still got 6 months. Yeah, it's June 30th, so far 7 months. Really, it's beginning of December.
They're still going to be polishing up all these effects.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do. David Gonzalez says, since COVID started, I can't think of a film coming out with more potential or escapism or a sense of wonder than Avatar 2. I think that it could get to 2 billion, and Weekly Hero is dope.
Yeah, it is, bud.
I'm glad you like the Weekly Hero. Write in and tell us how much you like the Weekly Hero. Write John, too.
Exactly.
I don't know where to send John's email. Just send it.
Spam the heck out of him. Tell him how great we are.
Yeah, tell him.
So we can keep doing our show.
Yeah. Write, subscribe, share clips.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I love your point, too, about the kind of escapism of Avatar. I think that's wonderful, especially the lens that we all collectively, globally share now after being sequestered in our homes for so long.
I agree. I mean, with that kind of a sense of wonder, and if it's as transporting as the trailers look, I think people are going to
Come on. We got good. This game got good. Oh, hell no. Oh, what a game, dude. What a fucking man. Let's go off the phone.
It's 14 days away. Avatar 2 opens 2 weeks from today.
Let's go right to
I know Taylor did too. I need to do that. I'm so bad
I gotta
about
call my
man.
I owed him phone calls for like 2 weeks. I gotta call him. We gotta go see it together. Yes, Dave, you and I, buddy. Chinese, we're going. Angel Silva says, "High evolutionary and animal people brought me back to a Spider-Man Unlimited cartoon. Not a great show, but I loved it as a kid."
Oh yeah, that was not a great show.
No.
And certainly when you revisit it, you're like, oof, what is this?
Ooh.
I have higher hopes for this though.
I do too. I think the High Evolutionary is going to kick ass.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the High Evolutionary.
Well, and that actor too on Peacemaker, there we go.
Right.
Was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, so great.
Yep. Yes, he was. Big Polish guy.
Why do you shoot?
Thoughts on Black Panther's Letitia Wright and Hollywood Reporter's Scott Feinberg controversy, and Feinberg deactivating his social media accounts because of the controversy. I'm not aware of this. I don't know what the controversy is.
I mean, I'll look it up while we're moving along.
I just want to know, Big Polish guy, do you watch Krzysztof Kieslowski's movies? Because he did say he's Polish. He's one of my favorite Polish filmmakers. And if you haven't, and everybody should watch Koslowski's The Decalogue, where he made 10 films,
Nice.
shorter films, each about one of the 10 commandments. It's an incredible.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Damn, that should be a minute.
Which is coming out in 4K soon from Criterion.
Oh, it's something about an article regarding her vaccination status and all this stuff. I mean, that's not really cool.
Yeah, we don't cover that kind of stuff, but you know, people getting into beefs on social media, you know, it happens. Life Mastery Mindset says, my theory about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer, where Peter is screaming, I'm wondering if they're going to kill off his newfound sister. I don't know. They might kill off somebody.
Oh, Mantis is...
You can't kill Mantis.
She's so cute.
Yeah, can't kill her.
Not after that Christmas special.
No.
I mean, maybe that's exactly what you do, though, because now we all really love her.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy is not the heaviest of all the trilogies that Marvel's done. I don't think we want it.
I'm wrong.
Just disband.
Yeah,
People go their separate
I don't want
ways.
the Guardians to die. They're too much fun.
I love them all.
Shit.
Too.
Nice.
See, Raziel Prime says, hi, crew. The Earth-like planet that the Guardians land on is the MCU version of the Counter that was created by the High Evolutionary in the comics for all his creations. Oh, that would be so dope.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Counter Earth, I love it.
Very cool.
That's very cool. And leave it to James Gunn to give us that kind of a deep cut. That's why he is James Gunn, and that's why we love him so. Brian 1 Al Singleton. Wookie Nookie, bring on the filthy Sith. Well, all I can tell you is watch Star Wars XXX, and you'll get some Wookie Nookie. It's out there. There you go.
I mean, there's something for everyone on the internet.
There really is.
Do you?
Hey,
What?
Ryan Reynolds, owner of Mint Mobile. With a holiday offer, I think that you're gonna like. When you switch to
I've heard. I've heard that there is.
You've heard?
I've heard.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
There are things on the internet.
I found everything that there is for everyone.
Yes. That's what I've heard. What's next? Johnny Weiner says, I may have come out strong about Batman Beyond. What I meant, I find it odd that the same person that stumbles into Wayne Manor is the same person whose gene got switched, and that episode is from Justice League Unlimited, not Batman Beyond. Oh, well, there you go. We're talking about Terry McGinnis. Yeah, that's
fine.
So it's not canonical to Batman Beyond? No, it's not
And obviously, we also came on very strong. By we, I mean I. When I was like, wonderful. It's all subjective.
It's all subjective, except it's not really.
Unless it's Rob's opinion.
Michael Getz. Any news on the Ghostbusters sequel that is slated to come out the end of 2023? Has it started filming, and will it make its release date? I haven't heard anything about it.
I really enjoyed the I thought it was a lovely trip.
I agree.
Really well done. So hopefully they're moving around on it.
Yeah. Anyone?
The only news I saw was
Bueller?
that Egon's daughter, like, she confirmed she's in it, but we kind of knew that. So,
I found an article from MovieWeb. It was published on November 5th. It has a quote from, Ernie Hudson saying that he's read a version of the script and that he's pretty sure that they're committed to doing another Ghostbusters and that he's very happy with the script, but also that it's pretty early on. Jason has been incredible, and I really love and appreciate him. I'm so thankful to be able to work with him, so I'm excited, but I haven't and never assume anything. So basically, not really an update.
yeah, that's not that complicated.
Yeah.
All right.
So some things are happening, but maybe, but possibly, but who knows?
Yeah.
Hollywood.
South Texas shark. Are there sharks in South Texas? Like off the coast? Guardians trailer makes me want to replay the game. That game, did you play that game?
It was great.
It's great. That game is great.
That game's super
I
fun.
have that. I bought that. I have a physical copy of that game.
We do too.
It's great.
I love the huddle. I think the huddle is the best part of just like how you have to motivate your team.
Yep, it's great. I love Guardians. I'll play that game. That's another game. I should play that game.
It's a real good one. Logan finished it and then we immediately started playing it.
Wow.
Love it.
It's great.
Such a good one.
Fernando Rodriguez says, I couldn't help but have my heart skip a beat when I heard the indie theme in the trailer. I found it funny, that quick glimpse that looked like the Millennium Falcon flying through space. Can't wait.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I mean, I just, like, Jonathan, you know, when you see the Millennium Falcon, to me it's like, I get it. It just seemed a little heavy-handed.
Well, you didn't see the Millennium Falcon.
It's redundant. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was one, and it's one scene. It's one clip from a scene, which within the parameter of the entire scene will be like, well, that doesn't look like that at all.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they clearly put it in the trailer to make us go,
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Could be underwater. It's traveling through time. Just gotta scooch it down.
Controlling the possession, as you can see.
Offside. Fuck.
Says the Batman Beyond crew definitely needs to be renamed to the Deadpool crew in honor of the mayhem and dick jokes that ensue. Love it. Keep them coming.
As in
Now,
hens.
now.
Hey, man, that's what he wrote.
I know. I was saying coming as in hens.
That's right.
Henceforth.
I love Yo Mama's Llama.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we are a crass crew, but I don't know if Deadpool crew rings true for us.
It's not that bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Yes. I was gonna make a joke. I'm not gonna make.
Okay.
Just not gonna say it.
Yay.
Because that would defeat what I was trying to say.
Let's see about the delivery.
Gabrielle says the Travelers finale was insane sci-fi. It was. I mean, that really. That's why.
Oh
it was
my
really
God.
good. I wanted to know how they were gonna give us the season 4, but we never got it. So, and that. I can't say what it is. If you haven't watched Travelers, it's on Netflix. Check it out. It's really interesting, and I really like the story and the characters, and the way they dealt with time travel was fascinating.
I'll have to watch that.
It's good. It's good, but it's never like it's not like Red Wedding. Oh my God! It's just more of a constant, really interesting, absorbing show.
That's
But
my
it,
mistake.
yeah, it doesn't have those high highs and low lows. But
Let's go, Messi. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What a fucking run, boys. What a fucking run. Oh my God, what a fucking run.
Dumbrodor says, Rob, I'm still waiting for a 4K HDR rendition of the best film ever.
Hey, he still got speed.
Man from 1957. I want to add this to my physical media collection so bad. Dumbrodor, I love 12 Angry Men. Criterion put a great discount, but it's only on Blu-ray. I just watched last night. I was sampling my recent Blu-ray purchases. I was watching Casablanca. For those of you who don't know, Casablanca is a very fine film, and if you have not seen it, it's great. And man, does that look
It's in my top 3.
I was gonna say that might be one of the ones that Logan hasn't seen, because he was talking about how he hasn't seen Gone with the Wind, and I think Casablanca might be the other one.
Have you seen Casablanca?
Oh yeah, I own that.
If you guys haven't seen Casablanca,
Ooh.
oh my God. You know what I always am struck by when I watch it? I've seen Casablanca 100 times. But every time I watch it, I'm struck by the fact how the pitter-patter of the dialogue, I mean, it's not only is it brilliantly written, but it's really well edited. The way that there's a lot of, if you want to learn how to shoot or have great conversations in movies, even today, you screenwriters, I know it's probably crazy to talk about because I know you've already heard it from Sid Field 100 million times, but man, there's a lot to learn from that movie.
It is.
Even now.
Logan just updated me. It is Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, and The Godfather.
Well, you guys should come to my house during
I was
Christmas.
gonna say, I'm gonna invite
Sit in our
myself
media
over so
room.
we can have all the cool
yeah,
sound.
although those movies aren't exactly dynamic in terms of their sound design,
But
you
it'll
should come
still be
over.
cinematic.
Yes, you should come over and watch them.
We'll bring you homemade schnapps.
Well, that done.
Yeah.
Just we'll sit there all day. We'll sit there all day and do it.
That'd be fun.
I remember the day you wore blue, the Germans wore gray.
Kick award in one of the other games. Let's
Read.
hear all about it from Alex.
This is a good one.
That was an awkward silence. I just was going to say something. We can move on.
No. Jai CSC. Why you keep camera on me? Jai CSC. Jai CSC says, who would you rather be visited by? Clarence Oddbody or the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future? Who's Clarence Oddbody?
That's the ghost from. Isn't that the angel in A Wonderful Life?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, future. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It depends. Is Ghost of Christmas Present Will Ferrell or the lovely Muppet from Christmas Carol? Like, if it's one of those, then I'm going with Christmas Present because we just go see my friends and eat food.
The thing is, what I like is the depiction of Clarence Oddbody. You see him in heaven in It's a Wonderful Life. And I like the depiction of heaven. You know, I like how they like debate.
It's a Wonderful Life.
So I think I think that you have more leeway with Clarence Oddbody.
That's right.
You know, a little bit more like you could, whereas the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future are a little uncomfortable.
That's true.
I mean, the future shows you great, right? So that's not what I'm going to pick.
No.
No. And you get to bro down with Clarence.
Yeah.
He's an angel. How much is going to bro down? Well,
but he is. I mean, that guy. He's got. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's the kind of guy.
Are you kidding me? What the fuck happened?
Angels are different than ghosts.
What?
Angels have like a hierarchy. They talk to other angels. Like you can plead your case. You can't plead your case to ghosts.
That's true. That little Christmas past one's a little bitch.
Yeah.
These are the shadows of the things that have been.
I'm telling you.
Why pay more when you can get your favorite shows, DVR, and no long-term contracts? A better way to stream live TV. All the
It's better. I have It's a Wonderful Life in 4K.
That makes sense.
Kelly Rhodes says, speaking of Seth MacFarlane, is it just me?
I swear.
Taylor looked like the love child of Seth MacFarlane and Zachary Quinto. I love you guys. That's a good one. That's a
Both
good
of them
one.
are very attractive.
Because you kind of have, they're both attractive guys, but you kind of have that big smile that Seth MacFarlane has. That's good.
It's all real. Can I tell you guys something really funny? Too late. Before Jonathan says no, it's too late. I've already started. So, oh my god, my hair. What the hell? Okay, so.
Is that it?
No,
All right, so moving on.
The other day I was at Disneyland buying that Muppet poster that I showed you the picture of, right? Okay. And the girl at the counter, she was like, I feel like maybe I already told the story. Who knows? Anyways, she was like, you look like someone. And I was like, oh. And I knew who she was going to say. She was going to say Dan Levy or Levy, however you want to say it, right?
Levy. It's Levy.
And she's like, I can't think of his name. He's, you know, from that show. And I was like, oh, I know who you're talking about. I get it all the time. And she was like, yeah, what's his name? And I was like, Shrek. And she started laughing so hard she started crying. That's my story.
That's a good one.
I hope you all enjoyed it.
I like it.
That's
I
it.
enjoyed it.
That's all I have.
Good job, Taylor.
And now they're married.
And now they're married.
She was a girl.
You married a girl?
How could we
when I'm right here?
How could we possibly read the rest of the super chats on such a great story? We can end on that.
We can just end there.
The Swifties says Indy 5 now comes out a week after Flash. Another release date push for Flash, or will they just drop it on HBO Max?
Or will they just drop it?
The Flash is coming out in theaters. It is.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to push it.
All right.
Summer movie season's rough, but hey, they're not going to push it.
I love your optimism.
I'm
It's so
always
cute.
optimistic,
It's a great little feature about you.
but I'm not optimistic about Discovery season 5.
No, you're not.
Anyway, don't want to get in there. The Lord Biswa says, I laugh out loud when Drax domed the little girl. That was pretty funny.
It was a nice moment.
It was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I laughed a lot
I'm
at that.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's mean. She was so cute, too. Ja'Cory Robertson said,
Ladium is a first
reviews.
Prince. Is that the way he wrote it, too?
I remember you doing reviews of Big Mouth with Whitney Van Lanningham. What did you think of the newest season?
I actually haven't finished the newest season of Big Mouth. I started watching it with my friend Peter, and then we got sidetracked and went to a bar instead. But it was fun. I enjoyed the original seasons of Big Mouth. I used to like doing videos myself on those. It's a great show. It's real fun. I need to catch up though.
Awesome.
All right. Maurice Seifring comes back and says, just a side note, I finally got around to watching The Terminal List on Amazon Prime. I'm used to seeing Chris Pratt as funny or sad, but he's really good at rugged as well. I watched The Terminal List. I like The Terminal List. I thought he was good in it.
I didn't watch it.
He's a versatile actor. I mean, you know, here's the thing. I would like to see, like, I look at actors like Ryan Reynolds and Chris Pratt who utilize humor a lot in their performances. I like when they're reined in again and they get to do a little bit more. And I thought in The Terminal List, Chris Pratt, he was still Chris Pratt, but he was really good in it. I believed him. Just like I really liked him in Moneyball. I thought he was really good in Moneyball, too.
Oh, I actually just broke up with my boyfriend this morning.
Oh, dude.
No, it's not. It's not like that. I'm not upset.
Were you not together very long?
Like 2 years.
With Landing, you can leave your heart in San Francisco, go live in LA for a while, maybe Miami, then Austin.
Just a thought. Bruce Chutback says, hey, crew, do you own any old movie promotional items? Also, Rob, did Free Enterprise have any promotional merch? Well, first of all, do you guys own any old movie promotional items?
I don't anymore.
I mean, other than movie posters, I have a lot of movie posters.
Yeah, but not necessarily like original, like from that time. But no, you do. Rob, you have that Winds of War, which was a full straight up.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, I mean that was the Winds of War. Well, that's again a poster, but that was sent out.
But it's promotional material.
It was promotional material. I mean, I do have a lot of movie, like I have a lot of movie programs and things that were given out at the time. And with Free Enterprise, we actually did something really interesting. We made 4 collectible trading cards of the characters. And we gave out the cards free at conventions and things to promote the movie when it came out. But the Shatner card, you could only get in the soundtrack CD. So if you bought the soundtrack CD, which, by the way, I produced that record along with Spring.
I've done everything I can. Your fight now.
Okay, what is this? What is this? Is that the law? Oh shit. Okay. It's building a new island? Okay. New island in space. And new bus. Okay, we got a new party bus. Oh no, same one. Chapter 4. Oh shit, we got dirt bikes. We got dirt bikes though, okay. 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 The Witcher. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing the Witch is gonna be Battle Pass. Okay. Oh, My Hero Academia. Deku. Let's go. Okay. This is a big map. It's bigger. Level up and claim rewards for looking for the Battle Pass bundle. I don't know. don't know if I should buy it. At least the characters come with battle pass. I don't think it's worth it. Love with Witcher. I love they actually gave it to me. Oh, they redid the. Hey, okay. Wait, yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, I gotta see this island first. Some reason it looks bigger. Some reason it looks bigger. Okay, that's what I think. Let's start one. That's just right. I don't see it. That's fine. It's fine. Going on with G, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Sugar for the. What's this? Prepare this. Yo, how are you?
Aspers, our music supervisor, very proud of that CD. If you want to hear a great late 90s sort of alt with 80s flavor, the Free Enterprise CD is pretty great. And if you can find the first version of it, it comes with the Shatner trading card. And over the years, I haven't received this request, but over the years, people have written to me and asked if I could get them a Shatner trading card. And I gave out all the ones I have. I have one left.
What was his character's name? Or was he playing himself? He played himself in the movie,
Yeah,
right?
he basically played a version of himself. And then also, for the home video release of Free Enterprise, the Anchor Bay made these plastic martini glasses that had light up flutes. And I have a few. I have a lot of those, actually, and they're pretty cool.
Nice.
So there you go.
Very cool.
Yeah. CJ Rebirth says, I myself don't get the hate on Tim Burton's Alice and Chocolate Factory movies. I love them more than the OGs, and the latter feels more closer to Roald Dahl's book.
I agree with it. They seem like more faithful adaptations. I think people too, though, for Chocolate Factory, they were so used to the Gene Wilder one,
right?
That it was just kind of like, what is this, and why do we have a dentist, and what's happening?
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that Willy Wonka was kind of a crazy person with dad issues. I liked him more as the Machiavellian guy that put the kids.
Why's my shit lagging like a fucking?
Guy's way more from the books.
What's wrong with my
He's
fucking?
letting the kids hang themselves. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Well, and also, I don't really want to know Willy Wonka's backstory.
I don't either, but I do want to.
It's in my shit. I got money. What?
Missing, which means there's no one here to stop me from unleashing the scientist's experimental reality augmentation system. He considered the system too dangerous for testing, which is why we're skipping that step. So stay in the fight. I'll check in once your augmentation system is active.
Okay. Service. Oh my! He's lagging. Yeah, I can't play this. I can't play this. Just no. Can't play this. Fuck. Still lagging like a bitch. Good. Still lagging like a bitch. What's my shit?
For a limited time, with the capital.
I follow that thing at all. There's 455 games here, and there's no one interested.
landing. You can leave your heart in San Francisco, go live in LA for a while, maybe Miami, then Austin.
I get why my shit wasn't right. Because my phone not working right, I don't think my fucking Call of Duty is working. Fuck me, dude. There's something interesting here, dude. No, that's not what Why is my internet so fucking trash right now? I'm getting fucking pissed. Why is my shit so fucking trash, dude? I'm pissed. My shit's so trash right now. Oh, fucking hell. I'm done. Can't find shit. Done. Wow. Just